What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Shawn and Richard Shave the Industry. I'm Richard.
I'm Shawn, and it's save, not shave, but we'll just keep rolling.
I know, I fucked up. I don't know how to talk, you guys. I'm sorry. But today we're going to be talking about alphas, betas, and early access in video games, and why they're good and bad and none of the above.
Yeah. Mostly bad, in my opinion. But, I mean, they have some redeeming qualities. I'm not a fan of the idea of charging people to test your game.
No, if you do that, if it's a paid alpha that's full price,
and then you still have to buy the game.
and you still have to buy the game, or a paid beta and you still have to buy the game, or paid early access and then you still have to buy the game, it's complete total bullshit.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. This is also not something that happens super frequently. It's not like that's industry standard. Usually, it's if it is a paid thing, you get the game whenever the game releases. Like you're paying basically.
Yeah.
You're basically pre-ordering the game and testing it.
Yeah. Which I know recently, like Fallout 76 beta was, if you pre-order Fallout 76, you get beta access.
To the beta, yeah.
Which is some incentive to do a pre-order, but they also shit on everything everybody said that was an issue during the beta. They fixed none of it.
I mean, there were some small minor fixes, and they're doing minor fixes throughout it being out. But the whole point of doing the beta was to test and fix all of those things before you actually release the game.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
Yeah. And I understand that, like, alphas and early access are also for marketing. It does allow testers to test their products across multiple variables way more quickly than they can do it with paid testers.
Especially in a game that's usually you see these in online games anyway. You don't really see a single player beta, but the thing that's about testing across variables is you have a wide player base from different countries with different internet providers, different modems, different like levels of the console. Like you have like the Xbox One X, so is it
Xbox One X, there's Xbox S, there's the original Xbox One. So I mean, you've got all there's three different versions of the Xbox One. And then you also
have the different PlayStations and the Pro, I think.
The PlayStation Pro, the PS4. I mean, there's different PlayStations, and then you've got a bunch of people with different PCs that are running different graphics cards, different modems, different. Like every part of their computer.
I definitely understand open betas for PC exclusives because there's just so many variables that go into different hardwares and stuff like that. Whereas you usually know about what every console player has for at least their hardware.
Yeah.
It's just the internet stuff that is a variable.
Yeah. So I understand it. But also forcing somebody to pay for that is kind of shitty.
Yeah. Like, what happened to playtesters?
Yeah, like
that used to be a job. Like
I'm pretty sure it still is a job.
Well, it doesn't seem like it. Seems like it's my job now.
I'm pretty sure my brother applied for. Also, my brother's trying to get into game development. He's doing an indie thing right now, which is really great for him. When he actually finishes a game and puts one out,
we'll talk about it.
We'll. I don't know if we'll talk about it here, but we'll probably play it.
We're gonna shit on his game.
We're not shitting on my brother's game. If it's bad, kidding. We're just gonna not.
Just
talk
kidding,
about
Curtis.
it.
I love you.
We're just not gonna talk about it.
No, we'll probably play it on the channel.
Yeah. But you can't. You just can't force people to pay for your beta. It's not okay.
So, I mean, the idea is, if you want to do the beta, you were probably going to get the game anyway. No, I wanted to do the beta to see if I had any interest in this game at all.
Yeah, that's like, so with, I forget if it was Battlefield 3 or if it was Battlefield, what was the one that was right before 3 that was in... Anyways, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Bad Company?
Bad Company. Yeah, Bad Company 2. I don't remember if it was a beta for Bad Company 2 or if it was for Battlefield 3, but I think it was for Bad Company 2. I played that beta, which was free to play, and holy shit, I had a ton of fun. It was.
I never got to. I just got to do my first iDubbbz burp into the microphone. So this is a milestone for my YouTube career. Anyways, so yeah, Battlefield.
Yeah, so I loved it so much. It was my first time ever playing a Battlefield game. And I just absolutely loved it. And at that point I was like, I am definitely buying this game. I loved playing the beta. And when the beta was over, I was really sad. I was like, but the game doesn't come out for another 4 weeks, and I want to play
and
now.
And that's like, for a developer, that is the ideal situation to happen with the beta. Like, yeah, learn some bugs that need to be fixed or whatever, but people loved the game and can't wait for it to come out.
Yeah, and I put in 3 or 4 support tickets for that game, reporting bugs that I found. I found in certain areas of certain buildings, if you ran into the corner in the correct way, you could get underneath the map, and you could shoot people from under the map, and they couldn't shoot you.
Mm.
Yeah, so it was like some Call of Duty
hacksaws
type glitches. I remember in Call of Duty 3 there were multiple places where you could get outside the map, and you could go and you could shoot people. They just couldn't shoot you back because it was saying that bullets don't go past here because this is not part of the map. No one's going to be out here, but you were wrong.
You don't really put collision detection on the outside of a texture.
Nope. But then they got really, really good after Call of Duty 3 of being like, you can't get outside the map.
Yeah.
And then the moment somebody got outside the map and posted the video to YouTube, it was patched in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like they got really good about it.
That's why you don't post it to YouTube if you're trying to cheat.
Yeah, you cheat.
You cheat quietly.
Someone will post it to YouTube. Someone will fuck it up for everyone else. But
don't cheat. Like, for sure. Like, you shouldn't do that. But if you're gonna cheat, do it quietly so you can continue to do it. That's just smart asshole practices. Like,
right?
If you're gonna be an asshole, do it well. Like,
yeah, you're making the rest of us assholes look bad. You know, you're making us look stupid. We're not stupid. We're just mean.
And I guess going back to talking about, like, from a business standpoint, this kind of thing, like, the flip side of the coin is if you do a beta and then you pull like a Bethesda or whoever else fucking Evolve to an extent, where you don't actually fix most of the bugs that people spend a lot of time logging for you, it's going to increase how much people are pissed off at you about this game. And they're less likely to buy your next game.
And the whole point of alphas, betas, and early access, in my opinion, is to kind of help tailor make your game to your player base. Figure out, put your game out there, and then as people play it, they'll be like, oh, would be really cool if we could do this or that in the game. Yeah. And then if you see a vast majority of the people saying, we want to do this and that, you go, okay, that's something we should add to the game. Yeah. Or if you see a part of your game that the vast majority of people are like, I hate that thing. It's just all around bad and annoying, and I hate it, and I don't want to do it, and it makes me hate having to go through this part of the game to do that. Yeah. You might want to be like, okay, we'll take that out of the game.
And another cool thing is with the public, like what people post in forums and stuff, and to your websites, and also your telemetric data that actually shows the hard data of what people do within the game. You can see okay, what guns need to be like. Is the gun overpowered, or is there something around this mechanic that it's making it seem overpowered, and what can we do to fix that? Yeah. Also, you can see what weapons are people using in the game and what are they not using, and you can balance different guns that maybe aren't as popular so that they become more popular, which more varies your gameplay. Or just take the gun out so you're not wasting people's time with the thing they're not going to use anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think in especially in Bad Company 2, I used every gun for different purposes because they had, until I got the M416, and then that was the only thing that I ever used ever.
Your death switch.
I fucking platinum star. I think I got like 5 or 6 platinum stars with that fucking thing, and I'm pretty sure it's 10,000 kills per platinum star. I played that game a lot.
So, I mean, I guess similarly to what we had to say about microtransactions, like, we can understand why this thing exists, but unsimilarly, it is not something that I think actually needs to exist in gaming. It's just something that is currently the industry standard, is to do open betas and stuff like that for online games. I definitely think you could still do it the old school way, where you just got a bunch of playtesters testing your games.
I think they should, and I think that they should do closed betas and stuff like that. But doing an open beta, a month or a couple of weeks before your game comes out, just to give people a little taste of the game, like a free open beta.
That's totally fine.
With a very small portion of the game.
We had those back before online gaming. You know what they were called? They were called demos.
Yeah. Basically just give me a game demo.
And
let me play your game for 30 minutes.
I don't mean what Anthem just did with their VIP demo. That was a closed beta. They just called it a demo for PR reasons.
Yeah.
Because if it was a demo, the game would work.
Just some of that, like that VIP demo, felt lazy and a cheap way for them to offload work onto their consumer base.
Yeah.
It wasn't, in my opinion, it wasn't done.
It's clearly not done.
It was bad.
When your online only game doesn't have operating servers, that's a pretty bad sign.
Yeah. Looking at you, For Honor.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a big problem.
At launch.
Yeah.
It was bad.
He's not surprised it was Ubisoft.
So let's talk about a game that, in my opinion, did it really, really well.
Okay.
Something that I got just about right when the alpha came out. Prison Architect. I don't know how many of you have played Prison Architect or if you even know what it is. But in 2012, in September of 2012, they released the first version of the alpha for that game. And I'm not sure if it was immediately that you had to pay for it or whatever, but when I downloaded it, I had to pay $5 to get the alpha. And when I did that, it had a little, place where it told me you're paying $5 for this game. It's not complete. It may not ever become complete. But if it does, you own the full version of the game. You pay $5 right now, and then no matter what we charge for it, when the full game releases, you own it. You're paying $5 right now, and you own the game. If you want to pay more, we'll give you little things to pay more. I know I don't remember the dollar amount to get this, but I know that you could write a prisoner's bio for one of the dollar amounts. You could get a prisoner made to look like you, and you could write their bio, and it would have your name and all this other stuff for a little bit more. And so you could actually be a part of the game, which I thought was really cool. And I'm pretty sure throughout the entire alpha, it stayed that way. It stayed at $5 until the game actually released. And when it released, it went up to $30.
Yeah.
So it's still not super expensive to get the game.
That game's hard as fuck.
Yeah, it is. But they also listened to their consumers during the alpha. They listened to the people that were playing. They listened to what players said. Hey, this mechanic works really well. But I'd also like this mechanic, or this mechanic just does not work. Either you need to take it out or you need to fix it. And I mean, when I first started playing the alpha, they had guard routes. Mm-hmm. You've played, so you know that they have the guard routes. The guards just would not. They would walk the route and then stop at the end of it and stand there. So it didn't work. They're supposed to patrol back and forth down the route, and it just didn't work. And a bunch of people put in support tickets, and I forget, if you go online, you can look at the schedule of when they released all of their updates to their alphas, but it was about every month and a half, I believe they were updating it, unless there was something that just completely broke the game, and then they fixed it in a really short amount of time.
I mean, also, for those who don't know, alpha testing is the first round of testing where you test the actual core functions of the game. The things that have to work for this game to be playable. And then your beta is how you test all the other stuff, and you check for intermittent crashes and rarer issues, which is why it's fucking embarrassing that Anthem doesn't have operating servers when it's an online only game. That should have been taken care of in alpha.
Yeah, it definitely should have. What's funny is that I played through the whole alpha and then stopped playing for a little while, and I loaded up Prison Architect on my computer the other day. I have no idea what the fuck is going on in that game anymore. Because when I first started playing it, you had such a few little things. Like you could build your prison, you could set guards up. You had 3 different types of guards. You had like 8 different types of employees and 3 different types of prisoners. And you couldn't really do a whole lot. And I had a ton of fun. I built a amazing prison that ran itself, that was sectioned off into minimum, medium, and maximum security, and it was really well done. But now I load the game up and there's like all this extra shit. There's like security cameras, there's metal detectors, there's a whole bunch of crazy shit. And I'm just like, I don't even know what this game is anymore. I don't even know how to play this. Like I thought I knew.
I knew the meta to the old way. I don't know this meta.
So I have to start over completely. And my design for my prison just it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
It's outdated. It's like a prison from the 1940s trying to be used. It's
Alcatraz versus a modern Supermax.
Yeah. So it's.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Alcatraz would still work because you're not going to swim across the San Francisco Bay.
Except that people did it.
I mean, it's possible, but most people that try that are just going to die.
Well, yeah. It's not confirmed that they did it. They just know that people escaped Alcatraz and then they never found them.
Yeah, so they're probably at the bottom of the San Francisco Bay.
Probably, most likely.
But anyways, we're visiting the video on the intricacies of prison design.
It is now. No,
it's where we should put all the developers who make you pay full price for an alpha.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if you're doing an alpha or you're doing a beta, don't make me pay for it.
And
unless if I'm paying for it, it's gonna be cheaper than full price for the game. And then when the full game comes out, I get the full game. Don't make me pay for your thing twice, especially if it's bad.
And if you're publicizing your beta testing, fix your fucking glitches.
Yeah, fix your game.
Fix it. I mean, yeah, there's always going to be bugs, especially in online games. Like, there's going to be minor shit. But big shit that a lot of people have logged in beta that will be able to say when the game comes out, oh, I sent them in support tickets for this issue, still not fixed. Yeah. You should have fucking fixed that.
That's just gonna make me not play your game anymore.
Because there's a paper trail now.
Yeah, I'm just if that's the case, I'm not gonna play your game. Yeah. I'm not gonna continue to give you money. It's why I personally don't buy EA games anymore.
Yeah,
I don't do it.
I was trying to give BioWare another chance, even though it's an EA subsidiary now with Anthem, because it looked fucking cool when they announced it.
No, it's bad.
But yeah. We'll see in a couple days when the fully open beta happens if anything is fixed. Because I still want that game to be good. It looks fucking fun. I want to be a fucking super soldier robot boy.
Yeah, it did look fun. But if they don't get their shit together, I definitely won't be getting it.
Yeah.
So that's the basic principles behind it is respect us as your consumers. Don't make us pay for something twice.
Yeah.
And fix your shit. If you're giving us an alpha or a beta or an early access 4-hour input,
pay attention to the input.
Pay attention to it. Respond to it. At least say, hey, it's more complex than it seems like it is. We're working on getting it fixed, but it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Like at least
and maybe have to patch
it
after launch because our publisher's not going to let us push back launch because that's the thing that happens. I mean,
yeah.
It's you even as a developer, you're not in complete control of when your game comes out, which sucks, and I don't think it's right. But I have no control over that part of the industry.
Yeah, so
I can only decide what I buy and don't buy. So
yeah, and so
all right, well, that's pretty much all there is to go over for all of that. I mean, I don't want to just start repeating myself over and over again in this video. So as always, links are in the the description. I've made a little Wheezy Waiter reference for the maybe 19 people who still watch him. Anyway, so yeah, socials. I might link a few things for this one because they're like
we'll link the Prison Architect breakdown of its alpha in the description.
Might link some other sources that I had because we did actually talk about some things that are claims.
Yeah.
But anyways, we see you guys next week and. You might actually see us later this week. Maybe. I know we said that last week as well.
And we had audio issues again.
Yeah, but this one's not going to be a double upload of this show though. So we're going to try and roll out something new. Hopefully it works out. If not, oh fucking well. All right, later guys.
Bye, y'all.